Now to one of the stars of the hit show that peaked at #1 on Netflix in the U.S., Pulse. We're going to talk to Justina Machado in just a moment, but first, take a look at this.
She's my daughter. How dare you? There were a dozen other people you could have consulted before taking her life into your own hands. You were careless, you were reckless, you were arrogant. And all you've proved is you have no understanding of the job I gave you.
Yeah, you're right. I actually didn't know it was my job to know where your daughter was.
Okay, given the business there. So you know her from One Day at a Time and Jane the Virgin, and now not only is she scrubbing in on Pulse, she's also starring on Broadway in Real Women Have Curves, the musical. Justina Machado, thanks so much for joining us.
God, thank you for having me. Yes.
Yes, we're just getting through all the Altoids before we got started right in the studio.
Yes, I was like chewing Altoids,
Exactly.
coffee breath.
It's so good to have you. And what do you think it is about Pulse that has really struck a chord with audiences?
I think that it's reflective of the times of Miami. It's multicultural. It's got one of the biggest Latino ensembles around on television right now. The bilingual aspect. Also, the young, beautiful cast. And they're youthful, and we've never really seen them before. So that's always exciting to see a brand new set of faces.
Yeah, you just touched on it. Your character, Dr. Natalie Cruz, is bilingual. Why was that so exciting for you?
I have always wanted, I grew up bilingual, and I've always wanted to act in Spanish. And it came so natural, us being doctors in Miami, my co-star, Nestor Carbonell, and we get to use our own accents. So that's really exciting, and it's great to be seen. People see themselves up there, so that's always great.
And of course, we know that like hospital room dramas have done so well. They're so relatable to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So let's say the show gets picked up for another season. What do you hope Dr. Cruz could get into?
Well, I think that I'd love to see her get into something with the new doctor who came over and took over her ER.
Oh.
To see that, the battle between both of them. He's also another Latino actor, which is really exciting. And the writers are so good. Let's see what happens.
Ooh, and so you're not only busy with that, but as we mentioned before, you're also lighting up Broadway and Real Women Have Curves, the musical.
Yes.
And it's like a full circle moment for you.
Yeah. Dream come true. I've always wanted to be on Broadway. I've always wanted to originate a role, and it's such an important show. It's a full circle moment because I played the daughter 30 years ago in Chicago at Victory Gardens Theater. It was the world premiere of the play, and now I'm doing the musical version of it, playing the mother.
And one of the things that you say about this show is that people there get to see themselves represented in such a joyous way. What do you mean by that?
Right now it's just a tough time for Latinos. It's a bit of a tough time, and so to see your story up there, to see you being, to see that somebody understands what you're going through, something that you can relate to. People that always have seen themselves don't understand what it means to see yourself, don't understand what it means to see yourself represented, and to see yourself represented in such an authentic way on all levels. So it makes me very proud to be a part of that.
And so you have touched on that in so many different ways, being able to act, speaking both English and Spanish and using your own accent. What would you say to that little girl who grew up in Miami, who is now living out her wildest dreams?
Who grew up in Miami?
I'm sorry, too. You said the Miami accent.
Yeah. I grew up in Chicago, but for any little girl who grew up in Miami, Chicago, New York, any little Latina, I say yes. You see, when you see yourself up there, you know you can do it. Like somebody's looking at you and they said, I can do this. Someone's looking at you and saying, I can do this. And hopefully someone's looking at me and saying, I can do that.
Where's Chicago? I'm from DeKalb.
I'm from Humboldt Park, Logan Square.
Oh my gosh,
yes.
So like in the city.
Yes, in the city,
okay.
yes.
Represent, girl. I love that.
Do you have, now that you're doing both though, you're television, I mean obviously you've done films and now Broadway, do you have a favorite? Is there something that you prefer, an energy of Broadway, the live audience that
I love
you gravitate to?
But Broadway's no joke. It is hard.
Yeah.
It is probably, it's a lot harder than being on a set. And I have the most admiration for Broadway actors and Broadway stars. I love them both. It just depends on the project.
Well, you get to do it all, and you do it all.
Yes.
Justina, congratulations on everything. It's so great to have you here. We appreciate it. And you're going to be back on GMA Monday morning performing with the cast of Real Women Have Curves. Again, now in previews on Broadway. In the meantime, you can watch Pulse, streaming now on Netflix as well.